Platiqué con Bernd Lang, quien es presidente de la Comisión de Comercio Internacional del Parlamento Europeo, sobre la reunión que tuvo la delegación europea con representantes gubernamentales, parlamentarios y de sociedad civil mexicanos sobre la modernización del Tratado de Libre Comercio de la Unión Europea con México, que entró en vigor en 1997. Esto es lo que nos dijo.
There's a common view on the necessity to have such a rule-based, value-based trade agreement, especially in our times. And of course, in trade negotiations, we have really to look on the details. I can imagine that, for example, on the European side, we are not me, but the agriculture sector in Europe is perhaps not happy to open the agriculture market for products coming from Mexico, or the question of the opening of the public procurement market in Mexico is perhaps a little bit challenging, especially for regional and local authorities. And the question of labor rights might be also a challenging issue. But this is, for the European Parliament, a key element. I don't believe that we will get an agreement through the Parliament which is not based on the ratification of the 8 core labor standards and the proper implementation, and not based on a proper ruling against corruption. So there are elements which are challenging, but my impression is that the people in Mexico are really keen to try to get an agreement.
El presidente de la Comisión de Comercio Internacional del Parlamento Europeo estima que puedan firmar esta modernización del acuerdo comercial con México a principios del próximo año y que tarde un año más en ratificarse, aunque consideró oportuno que el proceso se acelere debido a la situación global donde se están impulsando políticas proteccionistas.
I think the message is clear, even inside the business world, that these factors, labor rights, human rights, corruption, anti-corruption, has effect to the business, and unfair competition based on corruption, based on social dumping, is not what at the end of the day counts and gives benefit for each company. So this should be the discussion process, so that the internal processes in Mexico can also speed up, so that at the day of the signature, this could be solved.
El eurodiputado destacó los sectores que serán más beneficiados en esta modernización, tanto en México como en la Unión Europea.
Mexico is famous in television, in automotive, in electronics, and of course in agriculture as well. This will create new market chances for Mexican producers. And of course, European Union is strong in machinery, but also some agriculture products like pig meat might be interesting for consumer in Mexico. So there is an advantage to make trade more easily, and secondly to have new market perspectives. And thirdly, of course, the value-based trade gives also an impact of the development of society, and this is also an important aspect of a good trade agreement.
Lang aseguró que después de las negociaciones con Estados Unidos y con el triunfo de Donald Trump, definitivamente no hay condiciones para un tratado comercial entre la Unión Europea y Estados Unidos.
During the negotiation was quite clear that the United States were not able to move in this direction. So we couldn't find compromises in the question of market access, in the question of public procurement, in the question of services, in the question of labor rights. You know, the United States have only 2 of the 8 core labor standards ratified, and so on, so on. So It was quite clear at the beginning of last year that there will be no deal with the United States. And after the election from Trump, it's totally clear that there is no base for a good value-based trade agreement. And the clear situation due to the European law is that until the Brexit is not in force, Great Britain has not the right to negotiate trade agreements. And this is crystal clear, and we will really look on that, because in the negotiation of the Brexit agreement, we have to find compromise in several items, and this is only possible to find a compromise if every partner is respecting the rules and the laws which are in force. After the Brexit, after 2 years, let's see what the reality will be. Of course, Britain has to negotiate. At the moment, Britain is part of 44 trade agreements of the European Union. This has to be changed and adjust, and they have to create a new environment. Good luck to them. I have doubts that this will be quite easy.
También le pregunté al presidente de la Comisión Europea sobre las políticas migratorias de Estados Unidos, donde seguramente muchos migrantes se trasladarán a otros países como México o la Unión Europea en búsqueda de oportunidades.
Let's see what the reality of the US politics will be. Of course, Trump has a lot of power. I'm a little bit afraid of that. But at the end of the day, he has also to go to the Congress and get proper legislation from the Congress. And I'm not sure that even the Republican Party will follow him in, for example, this case.
Pues ahí tiene la entrevista al presidente.